Hi, everybody. Miss Snyder here. I just like to say how terribly I miss you and share a little bit of what I've been doing while I'm here at home. Welcome to my house. I would like to really get started by showing you what I've been up to today specifically. I thought that maybe you'd like to see a little bit of how to make music by yourself using some technology. So we're fortunate enough to have this software called GarageBand. You might remember at the beginning of the year, we listened to some things that the fifth graders made, some tracks, and they were made using this GarageBand software. So I'll show you what the screen looks like and we can get started. So on this screen, you're gonna see that it has kind of this workstation area in the center. You'll see a lot of these different sideways blue tracks that go from left to right. And I've labeled them over here as to what instruments I decided to use today. So I have some piano and some accompaniment. In there, you're gonna also hear a little bit of clarinet, which I've got right here. We've talked about this instrument a lot in a lot of our classes from kindergarten all the way up to fifth grade. So I've got my clarinet here, and I used that for the first track that you can see. The second one down, I used an instrument called the guiro. Now, a guiro is an instrument that you scrape to make kind of a ribbit kind of sound. And next to that, you can see that it says shaker, and I used this shaker to spice it up a little bit. And at the very bottom, you're gonna notice the tambourine. Now, I have a crescent-shaped tambourine at my house, which is really fun with the jingles to keep the beat. So you'll hear all these different components when I play you the track that I've been working on. So because I'm by myself, it's really hard to play all of these instruments at the same time. So what I decided to do was record them individually. So I started with my first track here, and then I added some ingredients to it to make it a little bit more interesting, kind of like you do when you're cooking at home or making a recipe, sometimes even with your art or with your writing. Sometimes you'll start with something basic, and then you'll spice it up with a little bit of extras on the side. So we started with this first track that I'll play for you by itself. This is the piano track, and it has a little bit of clarinet if we get to that part later on. So this is what the beginning of it sounds like. So it's just a little bit of a groove with the piano. I'll stop it right there before we get to the good part. Next down, I talked about the guiro. So you're going to be able to hear this isolated. In the background, let's put that with the tambourine so it keeps the beat. So we'll start this over again. These are some of the extras that I put in. You can hear that beat keeping, you can even clap your hands to it. Kind of keeps you dancing. And the next thing I decided to add was that shaker. I really like the way that that makes it sound a little bit more festive. It keeps it moving a little bit quicker. So let's try listening to all of the tracks together and see what we have. And I'll stop it there again. So what's really neat about music, especially when you record it, is that you can go back and edit. So you can revise your work here too. You can go back and think, I really wanted to hear a little bit more of that guiro sound. It kind of got lost in there. So I'm going to turn that up a little bit. I liked the volume of the shaker, the tambourine. Maybe that could come down a little bit because it gets kind of like it pounds away. So I'm going to take that back a little bit. Let's listen again to see and kind of check our work. All right, so I really like the way that that sounds. I think I'll probably leave it there, but you'll notice too on this screen that I've got a little bit of extra space at the top, and the instrument here is the voice. So let's hear the whole track, and maybe you'll recognize this, maybe you won't, but it's a song that I really like, and sometimes when we're feeling like we're by ourselves and we don't really know what we're supposed to be doing, especially if we feel nervous, music is a really great way that we can express how we're feeling. So I'd like to just share this song with you. Let's listen to the background track first, and then we can sing over it. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. You might know this song. I don't know if you do. I'd like to record that now, but I'd like to bring a friend with me. Sometimes it's scary singing by ourselves, so I like to sing with a friend, and this friend might be a friend of yours already. So this is my cow. I brought him home so that he could not be so lonely in the classroom. He misses you too. We'd like to sing this song with you and to you. Hopefully you can watch it again, maybe learn this song. Maybe your parents know this song and they can help you sing it too. So I'm actually going to record this version once we get there. All right, so this is called Three Little Birds. This is by Bob Marley, and the background track was created by me and the cow. Let's try it together. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be all right. And that's what we've got for you today. So thank you so much for hanging out. Like I said, I miss you terribly. I hope to see you soon. But in the meantime, hopefully you can try to create some music with your families, and maybe even on your own if you're all by yourself like we are here. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.